people will come up to me and accuse me of being on an appetite suppressant. They're like, "You're on Ozempic, admit it, you're on Ozempic." And I'm not, all right? I'm on a different one.
We are back with a bit of Jim Gaffigan's latest comedy special, The Skinny. It's a great setup for today's consumer. We're talking about those weight loss drugs and a major change that could make them even more popular.
Yeah, after consumer complaints about the cost of those drugs, the manufacturers of Wegovy and Zepbound, they've actually announced some significant price drops, and it's a move that could allow more Americans to access those drugs.
All right, NBC's chief consumer investigative correspondent Vicky Nguyen is investigating all of this. Okay, so let's talk about this. Is two of this class of drugs that are lowering prices. Tell us about that.
This is such good news for consumers, Savannah, because more competition means lower prices. So here's what's happening. Novo Nordisk, which makes Wegovy, which is a semaglutide-based weight loss medication, has announced it is slashing the prices for a monthly dose to $4.99. That's down from $13.49. So more than half off. That's major. And then this news comes just 1 week after Eli Lilly, which makes Zepbound, that's a tirzepatide weight loss medication. They said that they are reducing their prices by $50 per month and also introducing more dosage options for patients.
More dosage options as well?
Yes. So these are single vial doses. Okay. So they'll go from 2.5 milligrams all the way to 10 milligrams now.
So what's the fine print? Because you have to buy directly from the drug company, and how do you even do that?
So this is for people who don't have insurance or whose insurance does not cover these weight loss medications. You have to buy directly from Novo Nordisk using its Novo Care pharmacy. They call it a cash pharmacy, but you can pay with credit card. It just means you're paying out of pocket.
Do you have to come with a prescription from somewhere else, or do they do the prescription too?
Okay. You need a prescription from a doctor. You absolutely should do that and consult with the physician before taking either of these drugs. Same thing when it comes to Zepbound. You will need to use Lilly Direct's self-pay pharmacy solution, and the prices for that go from $3.49 to $4.99 for those vials. This is different because people like the auto-injector. That is what you would be getting for the Wegovy, the auto-injector, where you kind of just stab yourself and it's done. Zepbound right now, it's the vials only, which means you have to use a syringe and draw the medication yourself and then give yourself the shot.
So is this just about making these drugs more accessible to more people? Is that the idea here?
Definitely. This is going to open the door for so many people who have been sidelined perhaps by the cost. It's still not cheap. $4.99 a month is still like a car payment for most people. But this really does open the door for so many more. And the results so far have been pretty promising, not only for people losing 10, 15, 20% of their body weight. People are also saying these drugs shut off the food noise, which also has been shown to shut off their impulses for gambling, impulses for substance abuse, alcohol. So this is very, very much a game changer for so many people.
It'll be interesting to see if any of those other big companies like an Ozempic or Mounjaro follow suit, because sometimes that happens.
True. And it's so interesting, Savannah, because you wonder, is this because the demand has finally caught up with the supply? Is that why they're doing this? Maybe is it out of the goodness of their hearts that they're lowering these costs or not? It also will be interesting to look at what it means for compounding pharmacies.
Yeah, explain what those are.
Yeah, those are the pharmacies that basically make copies of these name brand drugs. They're authorized to do so because there was a shortage last summer of these drugs. Now that shortage has gone away. The prices have come down. It will be very interesting to see if the FDA allows these compounding pharmacies to continue to make these medicines. But bottom line, the prices are right around $500 a month now, down significantly from $1,349.
But to be clear, I mean, it's reasonable to assume that because the price of these drugs have come down, the prices of the competitors at some point here in the near future will also have to come down for them to remain competitive.
Absolutely. It could be the start of a price drug war, and that is good for consumers.
Okay. Vicky, thank you very much.
Hey, thanks for watching. And don't forget, you can catch the Today Show every morning on NBC or take Today when you're on the go. Just follow the Today podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen.